The Manitoba Burrowing Owl Recovery Program is getting a little worldwide attention right now, and that's thanks to the photographer who took this shot. His photos are part of a prestigious international competition. Manitoba photographer Walter Potrebka is a finalist for the Bird Photographer of the Year competition in the Conservation Award category. This competition features entries from more than 100 countries. I spoke to Walter about it yesterday. Hello, Walter. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
This competition has entries from 100 countries. Take me back to the minute you found out you'd been nominated. What was that like?
Well, I've known since early in the year that I was in the running. They asked for all the finalists, they asked for their raw files or unedited files. So I knew I was in the final judging for about 3 to 4 months. So it's been a hard wait to get to this point.
A hard wait, absolutely. How big a deal is this competition?
I've known about this competition. I think this is the 7th or 8th year for this competition. So I've known about it for quite a while. I've entered it, I think, 1 or 2 times before. But this is, like you said, I think this is from 115 countries and over 20,000 entrants this year in the competition.
We're looking at your photo. We were just showing it to people, and it's absolutely stunning. These little burrowing owls. Tell me about your time spent with them.
Yeah, so last year, for the entire summer, I worked with Alex from the Manitoba Burrowing Owl Recovery Program, documenting the work that they're doing in southwest Manitoba. So that photo is one of 6 that I had entered into the conservation photography competition, and they were looking for ones that tell a story. So in this story, it was release day, and that was one of the vets giving an owl, release owl, once over physical before they're released.
It looks like she's got a little tiny stethoscope.
Yeah, it looked at the expression on the owl. I think the stethoscope was a little cold.
We've all been there. We know what that poor bird is feeling. How did you're spending that time with these beautiful little creatures? Did that change the way you look at birds, at nature, or at the owls themselves?
Well, I've been photographing birds as kind of a specialty for a few years now, and owls are my soft spot. I love the owls that we have. We have such a wide variety of them in Manitoba that it's been one of my passions to photograph them. So when I got the opportunity to work with Alex, I jumped at it. I couldn't wait to have an opportunity to hopefully photograph any burrowing owls that we found in Manitoba.
The pictures you've taken of other birds, we're showing some of them now. They're gorgeous too. What is it about birds?
I think it's the challenge. When I do teach bird photography classes and things like that at various locations, and it's one of the more challenging types of photography. You're not really in control of much except your camera settings, and but you have to make it work with whatever the bird throws at you. So I think that's what it is. It's the challenge associated with getting a good shot. When will you find out if you've won or not? Well, I think it's September 8th is when the announcement, or August 8th is when the announcement is made, but I'll hopefully find out a week or so before.
And what will you do if you do indeed win?
I don't know. I don't want to think that far ahead. What I was really hoping for when I started the project was just to be able to give Alex and her program some exposure. So maybe they're hard up for funding, like most nonprofits, and they really work on a shoestring budget. So I was really hoping to get them some exposure, maybe a little bit of donations and things like that. So I'm just so happy to have been able to do that.
Well, mission accomplished. Thank you so much for shining this light on the beautiful wildlife here in Manitoba, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Your daily lift is still ahead, and John's tracking the messy weather out west. Stay with us. Your 7-day forecast is still ahead.